we don't necessarily understand the stimuli in our life. And I like to say, think of it as in segments, right? When I get out of bed, that's one segment. If I go and brush my teeth, that's another. If I go to the bathroom, that's another, right? You have all these different stimulus. You could be doing work, right? And then now a coworker comes over and talks to you. That's a disruption, right? How do you deal with that? Especially if you were in flow, you were in your moment, you were creating, and now there's a disruption, right? A lot of us, if you're not taught, can be produce negative emotion from that, right? I'm frustrated. I was in flow. I was in the moment. You just disrupted me. It doesn't feel good. And so we have to be aware of how our stimuli is impacting us on a day-to-day basis, right? So when stimulus happen, we appraise it, right? Let's just pick an example. We was talking about this on Monday. Let's say you're in the space and you see something going on, some commotion going on over there. You have a split second to decide, is that good for me? Is it bad for me? Should I remove myself, right? The way you disrupt this is, instead of just reacting, which is, I don't know, or it seems like it could be bad for me, so I'm just going to react. You can ask, what are my needs? Pause, right? Pause. What are my needs? Right? You may find, after you figure out what your needs are, that what you need is right over there, right? But if you automatically saw it and you thought, oh, that looks bad, I'm not going close to that, right? Then now you don't get your lesson. You don't learn from what you needed to learn from at that moment, because you shut yourself down. So you want to make sure that you know, what are my desires? What are my wants? What are my outcomes? If I'm a person and I want community and I see people standing over there, then I'm like, maybe this is my community. Maybe I should sit down a little bit, maybe far away, and listen to what they're saying and see if these are my people. But if I can't even pause and I just automatically react, I may miss that opportunity, right? And how many times in life can you think of, right? This is just at the forefront of your mind, where you may have missed an opportunity because of your reaction. You didn't have enough information. You didn't think about what you wanted in the moment. How many times have you gone home and you go, dang, I should have said that. Right? I should have did that. But in the moment, you couldn't necessarily do that because you hadn't trained yourself to pause. Right? How many times do people come up to you and ask you a question, and do you pause before you answer? It's not normal, right? Most people don't pause. That's also a part of reacting. Right? One of the first ways that I learned to honor the pause was to give myself a 3-second break before I answer anyone. Let them say something and I count to my head. 1, 2, 3. Because I know in those 3 seconds I can ask the hard questions. What are my desires, wants, goals, needs, right? How can I consider the other person?